Hey everyone, welcome to Vancity Health, where we feature health, wellness, and fitness businesses and people in and around Vancouver. Today we're here at Kreig Recovery and Performance, where they specialize in chiropractic care, physiotherapy, manual, and massage therapy. They're located off of Sperling and Hastings Street, and if you're taking the bus, you can get here from the R95, the 160, or the 144. If you're driving, they have free parking. From Google, they're rated 4.9 stars out of 5 across 49 reviews, and let's go check them out. So here are the owners of Kreig Recovery and Performance.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bernard. I'm sports chiropractor, co-owner of Kreig Recovery here.
And I'm Ali Rabji. I'm also a sports chiropractor, one of the co-owners of Kreig Recovery and Performance.
What led you to starting up Kreig, and when did you start it?
One of the biggest reasons why we started Kreig Recovery and Performance is Bernard and I are both sports chiropractors, and we wanted to do something just a little bit different. Mainly, we love the open concept vibe. We want patients to come in, and we didn't want them to feel like this was a medical office. We wanted to form relationships with our patients, and we wanted to just make it a little bit more interactive.
People talk about how different we are as a clinic. They'll come in here, get a lot of manual therapy, hands-on time versus, a lot of clinics just in the industry right now, or they get their exercises, their, stretches and some passive modalities with the physio machines, and that's about it. So we wanted to really make sure that we gave patients, all the evidence-based stuff out there.
The one thing is that we're in the profession of helping people, and that was one of the biggest factors of starting this clinic.
We've been here a year and a half. It all started January 2019. Ali and I went to school together, SFU, and he went to school in Toronto for grad school for chiropractic. I went to school in San Jose at Palmer West. And when I came back up here, I got to work at OC Fight Ducks, which was a really renowned clinic down in Tustin, California. So we got to work with a lot of UFC fighters, NFL players, Olympic athletes. And then Ali was working with the Canucks chiropractor, so he got great mentorship from one of the best up here in BC. So we wanted to make sure that we treated your regular, everyday patients like professional athletes, kind of give them the feel that they get.
What are your core services here?
Dr. Ali and myself were both chiropractors, so that's our primary focus that we started with. And then we have RMTs, massage therapists, kinesiologists who perform fascial stretch therapy, do corrective exercises.
We have a lot of key staff. We have our kinesiologist, Malcolm McRitchie. So really interesting about Malcolm is he's pretty diverse in various techniques. However, he has this really cool technique called fascial stretch therapy. And essentially what it is, it's slowly stretching a joint to its end range. And they start incorporating different breathing techniques to slowly gain a little bit more range of motion. He does a little bit of instrument-assisted soft tissue work as well. His are a little bit more gentle, but he's trying to activate more nerves on the surface just to get a little bit more regulation. And we have a couple massage therapists too that play a critical part to our clinic. Ryan Lazzolata and also Caitlin Inkster. Both are both a little bit different, but both very effective in what they do. They both also work the fascia, and they both work muscles globally and intrinsically around the joints.
Do you have any unique offerings or things that make you different than your standard clinics?
I think we have a lot of unique things to offer. We have one thing called Tecker Therapy.
Tecker Therapy is a French technology for Winbeck, USA. They were actually introduced to us from the UFC fighter Czech Congo. So he's a UFC vet from Paris. A lot of celebrities flew into town for that. Basically, it's an electric current radio frequency that helps with blood flow, lymphatic drainage, collagen synthesis. So it's also used a lot in the aesthetic world with wrinkles, body sculpting, that kind of stuff. So they're really helpful with our patients with sprains, strains, tendinitis, plantar fasciitis, things like that. And what's really special about it is you can combine it with hawk grip. So that's the main type of instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization tools we use here. So as the practitioner wears the bracelet, they can actually transfer energy currents from their hands into the tool, into the patient. So the patients actually feel like a warm sensation of the energy through the tool. And if you don't have the tool, you can also feel it through the hands. We also have Normatex, which finally they're starting to get more popular up in BC now. People are seeing it more often.
So what Normatec is, it's essentially using pneumatic air pressure to compress a joint, starting from the ankle, going into the legs, into the thighs. Or if you're on the arm one, it starts from the wrist and it kind of slowly works its way up to the shoulders. The whole purpose of Normatec is to actually help with circulation, help with lymphatic drainage. So if you have any swelling in the ankles or in the arms, it just kind of helps push it back into circulation. And it also helps increase the mobility of that joint. So a lot of athletes like LeBron James, a lot of pro NBA, NHL teams are starting to incorporate it now too, just for recovery, because it also helps the lactic acid removal.
So what other equipment do you have?
So we also have a flexion distraction table, and the whole purpose of the table is it actually allows the bottom part to move up and down, and you can actually shift it side to side. So the value of that is Bernard and I both do a lot of soft tissue therapy with our hands, and we use various techniques such as functional release from Dr. Spina and also active release therapy. And because of that, we would normally have to get patients twisting and turning in order to stretch the joints, but this table does that for us. And because it does that for us, we're actually able to maneuver our hands and save our bodies a little bit, but also create an effective stretch for the patient. But when you can do that combination and understand truly what's going on and why this person's injured, you just get a better effect.
What are your peak hours and when's the best time to book an appointment?
Usually our peak hours are probably in the morning and evening, just in the morning when people can come in before work, and then in the evening when, after work, it's usually, sometimes people will come in for lunch hours.
And what type of clientele do you have coming into your clinic?
So far, we kind of have we started off with kind of an MMA niche, just based on the fact I was in OC Fight Ducks in the States. It kind of spread to a whole bunch of other athletes from different realms, like the CFL, Olympians, things like that they come in. So it's kind of one niche kind of led to a whole bunch of other athletes from different spectrums. It's nice to see that in the community that we're in, again, North Burnaby, a lot of our geriatric or elderly patients, they're not intimidated at all by the look of the clinic. A lot of the elderly patients actually really feed off the youthful energy in here. So they come in and it makes them feel young. And that's one of the things with living longer, Fountain of Youth, is hanging out with people younger than yourself. So that helps in that way. And we get a lot of them as well.
If you guys want to come check us out, you can always book online at strikerecovery.com. There's a really cool book online app called the Jane app that allows it to be pretty accessible. Or you guys can even just give us a call and talk to us, and we'll book you guys in manually as well. But yeah, come check us out at Strike Recovery.
So that's a wrap. Strike Recovery and Performance is a really unique clinic. They have the Tecker, their unique tables, and having fascial stretch therapy just makes them a little bit different than your stereotypical clinic. Ali and Bernard, super personal guys, and going in the clinic, just the black background, the cleanliness of the clinic was just spot on. Highly recommend it. We can see why it has a 4.9 rating on Google. Once again, for chiropractic care, physio, or manual or massage therapy, definitely check them out. Until next time.